Hey guys, what's going on? Holy shit, man. I'm in the middle of, I think I'm in Mississippi somewhere. Well, I know I'm in Mississippi. I didn't get the video, pretty much Alabama, and I'm trying to get through Mississippi now. I'm on a 2-lane road. I just took a break for a second off the side. Just had some lunch. I had to get something, man. Well, let me tell you a little something about this morning and last night. I put the video up from last night, last night. So yeah, I was pretty stupid. That was dumb, because it was hotter than a well digger's ass out there, and I'm telling you right now that I did not enjoy my tent time last night. But I got into that cool state park, Mare, I couldn't pronounce it, state park that's in Alabama, just outside of Florida. Well, it was hot and it was pretty miserable, and my wife told me, she was like, honey, you should go to the hotel. You know, I did get 700 miles in yesterday, but of course I'm hard-headed, so I was like, I'm gonna use my tent and I'm gonna camp in my tent. Well, it was dumb. I was tired. I slept like shit last night. I basically felt like I was in a sauna, laying on a plastic, I got a Nemo sleeping pad, but I was miserable. It was hot. And I used the Starlink, and figured I'd get something done, and I went ahead and I uploaded that video from last night. Well, today's day 2, and I'm telling you right now, I just passed 250 miles, and I've been on the road since 7 o'clock this morning, and I don't know what the hell's going on with the weather. I feel like I was driving in a hurricane today. It doesn't look so bad now. Like, honestly, I came from like over that direction. Like, there's a bridge there. You probably can't see it, but let me tell you something, man. I've ridden through rain before. Yeah, nothing like I rode through today, actually, not yesterday. Nothing like I rode through today. Like, honestly, I've always talked about this gear, this Klim gear. Well, I don't know what the hell happened. I think it just reached its breaking point, man, because I'm gonna tell you, you couldn't get me any more wet than you could have stuck a garden hose up my ass and turned it on until water shot out of my ears, and I couldn't be any more soaking wet than I am right now. Like, it doesn't look like it, but I could pick my boots up right now and dump them out. And so last night I was hot and miserable and going, God, I'd pay $1,000 for just a cool breeze for me. Well, then I go to Wendy's, earlier here today. I go to Wendy's, and holy shit, man, the air conditioning was on in there. I had to get something to drink and something to eat, because I hadn't eaten breakfast either. And holy shit, man, the air conditioning was on, and I was freezing my ass off. And I was not having a good time. I was like, oh, I'm gonna go sit down and I'm gonna enjoy a hamburger and stuff. And yeah, so everybody's nice out here. He's gonna come back and check on me. I'll tell you what, man, people are pretty nice. We'll see what he has to say. It looks like he's just wanting to make sure I'm all right. How you doing, man? I'm good. Thank you, brother.
How you doing?
How you doing? I'm making a YouTube video.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, how you doing? What's your name?
Leroy Chase. I did right up. Oh,
Well, thank you for checking on me.
right on, my man.
All right.
Yeah, I did right over there.
All right. Well, take Leroy, right?
Right, Leroy.
Take care, Leroy. Thank you for checking on me, buddy.
Okay.
Have a good day. Leroy was checking on me. Leroy did the right thing, man. I'm in the middle of nowhere, and he was just checking to see if I'm okay. That's what I like. I like meeting people along the way. So, yeah. Anyway, I just I I hit some of the shittiest rain I've ever ridden in, and it was going on for, God, over 250 miles, and I had to just get the hell out of there. So then I go into Wendy's to eat, and I froze my ass off. So I can't, I'm like an old lady complaining about being hot, being cold. So I'm gonna try to get back on the road. I'm trying to get up to 500 miles today, but I don't think it's gonna happen. So I'll give you guys an update in a little bit from God knows where. I don't know. We'll see where I make it. All right, guys, take care. I'll see you in a little bit. Hey, guys, we're crossing into Arkansas now. Here we go. Arkansas from Mississippi. Thank God, Mississippi, you gave me a little bit of a break from the rain. My God, you killed me today. All right, I'm gonna keep on going. I got a couple 100 miles more, and then I'm gonna cut it out for the day. All right, see you in a little bit. Hey guys, what's going on? Just closing out the day number 2. Like I said, I think I said a little while ago, when I was on the side of the road, I got my ass handed to me today, man. And first day, first night, like I said, in the camping, I whooped my ass so bad with the heat, and there was no wind or no air moving through that thing. I felt like I was in an easy bake oven, or like I was in a house fire with no bunker gear on, just laying in my bed going, God, just put me out of my misery. So tonight I couldn't take it, man. After going through that night last night, you know, being in the tent and like absolute zero wind, it was no wind, no nothing. That's how I got the video out and stuff. But I tell you what, I woke up and I packed up camp, and I ended up getting most of it packed up, and then it, like, almost when I was almost finished, it started raining on me, and basically didn't stop all day until, like, I want to say 3 o'clock. So I rode, boy, I think like 250 miles in straight up, like, driving rain, like not light rain coming. I'm talking like those rains where you're like, what the hell, man? What, it rains so hard. And then getting stuck on the interstate and off, and I was like, oh, trying to get off of there, getting on the state highways, some of the back roads. That helped me out a lot. And then finally the sun came out, and it turned out to be a pretty decent ride through or a lot of Arkansas. I'm in Arkansas right now, and as you can see right here, yeah, I opted for a bed, air conditioning, the air conditioner over there, and a bed. I figured after suffering last night with the that sauna I was in, and then also driving 250 miles through like driving rain, that was enough. I need a break, man. So I got a hotel, Holiday Inn Express, turned the air conditioner all the way down, and I went across the street and went to the steakhouse. They had a steakhouse over there. I had pretty good steak, and I'm like, well. So, and then I found a solid, I haven't had to use a hairdryer for a long time, but I did find that I could use one. So I thought about this because I saw another guy doing it. My boots are like, I poured water out of them, but I got the hairdryer on low. I'm going to leave it in there until the boots are dry, because I'm not putting wet boots back on. I did that for years at work. You know, you go to a house fire or whatever, and your boots get soaking wet. Well, you go and take a shower, and then you go on another call because Mrs. Boatsworth fell off the bed and she's on the ground. So now you got to go pick her up, and you're putting wet boots on after getting a shower. It sucks. I don't want to do it no more. So I got the hairdryer in there, and it's taking care of business for me. So I got some other cool stuff coming, and tomorrow should be sunny. So I'll check out of here, not in a hurry, and I'm going to make my way through Arkansas. Not quite sure where I'm going to end up tomorrow. So we'll see if I can get some more video for you guys on the road, actual road. But I figured I would tell you the truth, man. I'm not ashamed and you shouldn't be either. You know, you tap out and you win to fight. You know, you win to fight another day. You get.
Have you ever had a dream that you had you?
Day. So we'll see. I'll see you tomorrow, and I'll probably it'll just be in a second here for you. But we'll see what we see tomorrow. Hopefully it doesn't rain on me. All right, we'll see.
Hey everybody, good morning. Day 3. I'm getting on the interstate here. Give me a sec, just so you know. Let me get you up to speed. We're on Interstate 40, heading west. Heading west. I'm heading towards where my sister lives in Arkansas. She lives near Fayetteville, but we're going to be trying to scoot through there, trying to get up towards, I believe, Nebraska today. Iowa, Nebraska, I don't know. We're going to be on Interstate 40 here for another, I don't know, I think around 80 miles. Just east of Fort Smith. 103 miles from Fort Smith. And then Interstate 49 is what we're going to hook up to. And I apologize for all the interstate riding, but United States is huge. Whenever you're looking at a map and you're like planning a trip, you're like, you know what, I'll just hop over here. Yeah, that's 1,000 miles. That ain't no hop. But anyways, I slept pretty good last night, thankfully. The hotel, I think, helped me out a little bit. I'll tell you what, man, yesterday was rough. Was one of those days where I wasn't feeling it. I wasn't feeling the trip at the time. I was just tired, hot, and sometimes you just got to tap out and get a hotel room. And also, I'm pretty heartbroken right now because my wife, she's home by herself with my dogs and everything. And I know the other day I told you guys that her father wasn't doing well. He struggled with cancer for a long time. He had prostate cancer, and he didn't know about it until it was stage 4. So he's been struggling with it for probably, I think she said, 14 years. And he had been going through all of the steps that you go through. And unfortunately, we went to see him a couple days ago, and I'm so grateful that we were there at the hospital. He was having a hard time. We were able to spend some time with him. I had him laughing and stuff, and we were laughing and talking about all kinds of stuff. And basically, he just couldn't believe, that I was riding my motorcycle to Alaska. And I told him I was going to get him a T-shirt from Alaska, and he just looked at me with a sad face, and he said, "Well, why don't you wait?" And I said, I'm not waiting for nothing, I said, "Don't you worry." I said, "I'm going to bring you a T-shirt back." And yeah, so the other night, at around 1:45, he passed away. So, I just feel like super bad that I'm not there with my wife. But she told me that he couldn't believe that I was riding my motorcycle to Alaska, and he wanted me to go. He was excited for me he wanted to see, because he watches the videos on YouTube. And yeah, so sorry. Get a little choked up thinking about it, but my wife said she wouldn't have it any other way. She definitely wants me to keep going, and she said, her dad was super excited, to see the videos. So I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna keep going. I had thought about turning around, but she said no, absolutely not. She's insisting that I go. She wants me to make it all the way up there, because I've been talking about it for years. And the trip I've planned for now, I've been planning this trip for quite a while. which really doesn't make a difference to me. I would have turned around anyway. I don't care. But she's insisting that I continue on. So, between that and just like no sleep, and then like absolutely just on a lighter note, I mean, absolutely just got destroyed by the rain yesterday. And I know that I was saying, I have the Klim jacket and pants and stuff, and I've always said, nothing but positive, right? You get what you pay for. I prepared them and all that, but honestly, you could not really. What are you going to do? It's not scuba gear, honestly. And full disclosure, like a retard, I was so hot yesterday that I had all the zippers open to ventilate it. So when I had all these zippers all over the jacket opened up so that I could get as much airflow in, obviously I'm concentrating really hard when it starts raining. I didn't pay any attention to it and basically was just like scooping water in as I'm riding. And I'm not exaggerating. If I could have gotten video of it, I would have, because I just couldn't, because it was raining that hard. I mean, I felt like I needed a boat motor on the back of my bike for a while. And it didn't stop. Like it would lighten up, but it never stopped. And there were periods of 30 to 40 minutes of riding where I was absolutely, I couldn't bear. I mean, I could see, obviously. I mean, I'm not going to do something stupid, just ride the blindly. But I just kept going. I just would slow down. I knew that there was some kind of a low pressure or something that was trying to form into a hurricane. Anyway, I think I rode right through the middle of it. So, I'm paying my dues here. I'm trying to pay my dues. And I'm sure that I got out this morning and it was freaking hot already, man. I don't know what its temperature is, but I got out and, put my jacket and all my stuff on. I don't wear my gloves because, man, I know I would pay the price if I wreck, but it's so hot and it's so hard to, like, and I'm sure at some point today, I don't know, I'm just going to hopefully be off the interstate. I'm just going to put I have a shirt to cool me off, like a cooling shirt, because, it just it gets fucking hot, man. But anyway, I'm not going to ramble on too much. We're heading through I-40. Yesterday was a shit show. Today looks a lot better. Moods are a little better. Talked to my wife for over an hour last night, and she's doing okay. With regards to her dad, we knew he was struggling really hard, but you're never ready for that. But I'm sure my wife's gonna watch this, so I love you, and I'm definitely gonna make it all the way there for your dad, and for my other friends too I have a couple other buddies that are in a similar situation that, like I said, I'm trying not to drag this on too long. Nobody wants to hear you complain. But I just want everybody to really realize, we're only here for a short time. Like I said it a million times, and I've seen it before as a fireman. Nobody plans on that day, and I don't mean to harp on it all the time. I just, if you can get one thing out of this, and you have like an itch to do something, you got to scratch it, man. You don't know if you're going to wake up another day or something. You got to scratch that itch and go and do it. I mean, somehow, even do it a modified way. I don't know. Anyway, guys, I'm not going to beat up on you. You guys know. But I'll check back with you in a little bit. I saw some really cool stuff yesterday. Unfortunately, it was raining so freaking hard. I wanted to put my drone up and get some cool videos of these tractors. But listen, I'm fixing to go through Nebraska and Iowa and stuff. I'm just fascinated by these giant tractors, even though I live near sugarcane capital of the world. And I see the tractors out there. They're just different. They're like combines here, and they have tracks. I love big trucks. That's why I was a driver engineer at the fire department. All these trucks that I was able to, drive, they were like multi-million-dollar trucks. Go 10 stories in the air. I had one truck pumping, I know it's rated at 1,500 gallons a minute on the pump, but when you got a good fire hydrant, and a good water supply. So forget about it, man. I was pumping almost 2,000 gallons a minute out of this, out of my master stream. And I had it right on my flow meter. So, you know, a lot of friends that were like, yeah, you're bullshit. No, I'm serious. And it was a rip and fire. We had 3 ladder trucks going on at one time. So my point to that little side quest was I really love all these big trucks, tow trucks, cranes, fire trucks. I love all that stuff, man. So I'm going to try to get some cool videos of some of them badass tractors and all that kind of stuff. So here, hey, we're starting to get into some hills and stuff, and I'm sure that'll disappear as I go around through the Adirondacks, I guess is what it's called, and I make it up towards Nebraska. But all right, guys, I don't want to add too much of this, so I want to get some drone footage. You know, I'm gonna combine all this with yesterday. So we're kind of doing a mosh pit of bullshit. So I'm not a pro, so we're gonna do it. So I'll talk to you guys in a little bit when I get further up the road.
Hey guys, greetings from Missouri. We just crossed into Missouri on I-49. And there's this cool river right here. It's like kayaking and stuff's pretty popular here. So it looks, the water looks cool, man. Almost makes me want to jump in for a swim. But pretty awesome. Yep. So we're having a little beef jerky and some Gatorade. Pretty hot out today. Again, it was nice crossing through the mountains a little bit. Sorry I didn't get video of that. And it snuck up on me. I stopped and got some Gatorade and some beef jerky, and talked to a couple guys there. They were like talking about, you're riding to Alaska, you're crazy. And I'm like, I don't know. So apparently my screws are loose, but I kind of knew that anyway. But all right, well, this river is pretty cool. So I'm gonna get out of here and head on up the road. So far we're at like 200 and I want to say like 40 miles. I forgot to reset my odometer this morning. So I had too many things going on, too many things to remember. I had to remember to tie my shoes, zip my pants, buckle my belt. You know, you can't expect me to do everything. So okay, well, let me get on the road here and have a little beef jerky and relax a little bit. Bike's sitting over there in the shade, and shade's a little hard to come by out here. So it says 110 degrees on the clock over there, so I don't know. It's pretty damn hot though. All right, I'll see you in a minute.